And as you can see, they're very close to each other. Usually it's either side of a tunnel or there's a very big divide. But at Anfield, very old stadium, we're within touching distance. On this side is where the visitors are. And in this central seat, the likes of Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson. The very passionate managers like Martin O'Neill, Jose Mourinho, they tend to sit on the end seat because the technical area, they want to be in that a lot of the time, such as the passion, to give the instructions and advice. The doctor and the physio sit either side, and behind them the substitutes. On this side, Liverpool staff. Now generally in the central seat you'd have the likes of Mr. Uye, Mr. Benitez, Mr. Hodgson, Kenny Dalglish, very passionate. Kenny always sits in Ryan's seat. Either side, the doctor, the physio, the subs at the back, and where our friend with the camera is, that's where the fourth official will be. He's the eyes and the ears of the referee off the pitch. He's got the board for the substitutions and the changes. But if any controversy happens on the pitch, it can all get a bit heated here, so he's got to keep any arguments to a minimum. This is the oldest part of the stadium. It's called the main stand. It's got the best seats. Over your right-hand shoulder, behind that clever guide, John, that's the director's box. That's where the owners, the presidents of the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Milan, Juventus, the prime ministers, the politicians go, the VIPs. High above your head, well, that's where the main cameras are. Up in the gantry in the old main stand, that's where there'll be 3 or 4 main cameras hoisted up day before a game. The commentator, the summariser from all the different TV companies. If you shield your eyes from the sun, because it's sunny every day in Liverpool, Amanda, remember? That stand is called the Centenary Stand. If you look at Liverpool's badge, it's got a date on 1892. 100 years later, in 1992, they took the roof off the lower tier and they added 30 glass-fronted boxes. They're called executive boxes. The companies or individuals whose names are beneath them, they pay upwards of £63,000 English to hire them for 10 guests for the 19 games through the season. Food, drink, refreshments, TV, DVD. And we've got 30 of them. Manchester United, 76,000 stadium, about 200. Arsenal, 60,000 stadium, 150. Chelsea, owned by a billionaire, they've got about 100. A couple of boxes at Chelsea cost £1 million English to hire. You can be in a jacuzzi watching the game. 5-star chefs, 5-star cuisine. We don't have 5 European cups though. Some things money can't buy. You've got to earn them on the pitch. Our neighbours and friends, Everton, their stadium is 10 minutes away. But in their old stadium, they've only got room, would you believe, for 12 boxes. So can you imagine how much money Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United make, not just on a match day with the biggest stadiums and all the corporate hospitality, but every single day for events and functions. The likes of Arsenal or Man United would take about £2.5 million English more on a match day than Liverpool would. And why Liverpool need a new stadium or a bigger one. On the left, that's called Anfield Road. And if you support any other teams today, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Barca, Real Madrid, your fans are going to be on the lower tier, from the number 1 pillar to where the smaller pillar is generally. The black net is usually placed by the small pillar, and that area is 3,000. The reason the black netting is there today is because the last game against Birmingham, because their season is sort of drifting now, they just brought 2,000 fans. But all the other seats in the stadium are for Liverpool fans, so in total there are 45,500. But we have to say sorry to about 20,000 regularly who would like to give us money for a ticket, and we can't get them in. And that's why Liverpool need this new stadium or a bigger one. Now, there has been plans in place for several seasons for a new stadium in Stanley Park, which is just 500 metres. But because of the financing, it hasn't been done. Liverpool have new owners, Mr. Henry from the United States. He owns the Boston Red Sox, famous American baseball team. They've got a famous old stadium like Anfield. It's called Fenway Park. And they were able to modernise it a little bit, but still keep the history. Now, if you can do that at Anfield, that'd be great. But we don't know. If the new stadium were to go ahead and get built, eventually the old Anfield would get knocked down and would disappear, which is sad, isn't it? But there'd be hotels, brand new houses, the whole area would be totally regenerated. All the old housing would be gone, there'd be brand new housing, shops, cinemas, facilities. The only thing that would stay from the old stadium, the pitch. For over 100 years, when people pass away and die, such as the passion and the love for Liverpool, they say to the family, I want my ashes scattered at Anfield. So a week never goes by when that procedure doesn't happen. The groundsmen, they're allowed on the pitch. The ashes are usually sprinkled at the cop end. Not always, but usually. The families come in, say a few quiet words of goodbye, maybe leave some flowers or a card, and then go home. And then we take the flowers and cards away before the next game. So the pitch at Anfield now has become sacred, sacrosanct. So we'll never build on that. That would be a green marked off space toward the new stadium. Any questions? No? Well, for the next few moments, if you want to get some photos here, you can do. And then John is going to lead us down to the famous Cop End, the passionate area for the Liverpool fans. I'll be telling you where it gets its name and where it gets its history. And if you'd like John and I to get any photos for you, just ask.